Nitron suspension. What can I say? What can I say? It's fucking superb. That's what I can say. Bollocks, no, I can't say that. That's just wrong. I need to start again. So, here we are. Yes, yes, indeed. So I wanted to give you feedback on the Nitron suspension on the Morgan Plus 6 that I own, and it's about time. It's about time. I haven't driven the car that much since I had it done. The weather has been appalling and it's a little bit nasty. I'm not in the car at the moment for that very reason. Yep, you join me in my lounge diner, my kitchen lounge diner. You join me in the house essentially. I have some toys, unsponsored. So Lego, if you'd like to sponsor me, that would be fine. If you want to send me some more stuff, I could do with some more Lego figures. I need a little bundle of them. Quite expensive to try and buy them individually, so please feel free. A load of Star Wars ones would be nice. Thank you very much. Mandalorian, that'd be great. Haven't got any of those yet. And do you know what? I saw Jem on cars the other day. He was doing this bit where he was in his, I don't know, in a room, and he had stuff around him, and he shamelessly had the Scalextric. He'd been sent from Scalextrics. Yeah, I don't have any of that because I don't get sent stuff like that because you guys, you're not following me enough. More follows, more subscribers than possibly. Yeah, you 589 or whatever it is. Sadly, thank you very much, but I need more if I'm going to get freebies. If I'm going to get something else for you guys. Anyhow, the thing you want to know about Nitron suspension. Well, this is going to come with a caveat because, you know, it really depends on your driving style and how you're driving as to whether the Nitron suspension is right for you or not. So this needs to be taken into context. Right, first of all, the way I drive or the cars I drive. So my Plus 6 in its standard form is up against other cars that I drive on a regular basis are my 911 992 and a Yaris GR circuit pack. And in addition to that, I have a 1970 Austin Healey Sprite that makes the odd appearance. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. And all of those have a great feel, really good feel. I do also drive a Jimny. That doesn't have a great feel, but that's wonderful. Wonderful in so many other ways. So the Plus 6 actually has got some stiff competition when it comes to suspension. And yeah, so how was it and how is it now? It was fine. The suspension was absolutely fine before. And do you know what? If I were the sort of person who was a Sunday driver, maybe my Morgan was very much I don't know, go and meet up with people down the pub, like-minded Morgan owners, and just have a short drive and being nice in the country, short tours, those types of things. Then the standard suspension, I should imagine, is absolutely fine 99.99% of the time. And it's quite soft. The current suspension is it's got some nice play in it. It's a little bit wafty, and certainly if you're on it and you go over bumps, you lift and ride slightly. You don't feel completely attached to the chassis when you're sat in the car. You don't feel completely at one with it, but it is really quite immersive. Because bear in mind, for those of you who own Morgans, you know it's an emotional experience driving a Morgan. If I could describe it eloquently enough, I would do so right now, but I think I need someone, a bit of a wordsmith, to help me find the right words to talk about exactly what the emotions are and how a Morgan makes you feel and what it does to your face. What it makes it wrinkly from smiling. That's what it does. So there is always something about a Morgan, but for me, I needed it to be just a little bit more dialed in. I think the original review for the Morgan was it Henry Catchpole? He talked about this little numb spot in the turn in, and he's absolutely right. There is one. When you are pushing the car slightly, there is this slight dead spot before you actually feel the turn of the wheel, and it's a little bit disconcerting. It's not the end of the world, but it is disconcerting. And I also found that the car was just a bit wafty on the bumps for me. When I was actually giving it a little bit more than if you hit a bump, there was just too much lightness and too much of a disconnect in terms of what you were feeling. And the Nitron suspension, I think, is awesome, because for me, all of those things are just dialed in. So I had a conversation with my friend Ace. For those of you who have listened to the podcast or watched some of the videos, you'll have seen Ace with me on the Morgan track day last year. Yes, I let my friends drive my cars. And he took it on track. And both of us have said the same thing about just the suspension just needing a little bit more. And he asked me, he said, come on, because we were speaking on the phone, he said, well, come on, how is it? How is the suspension now? And I told him it was right, essentially. The suspension now is just right. And then obviously I went on to expand upon that because there was clearly not enough words. I have to say more. So it is just your connection with the chassis and the car itself, and the feel through your arse and through the wheel is dialed in, absolutely dialed in. You can really feel what's going on, and because of that, you just have more control. When I say more control, I'm not saying the old suspension was out of control. It just allows you to, I don't know. If you need that from your drive, or you like to have that in your drive, that actual sense of feeling, that immersive connection with the car and the road and what it's doing in terms of it being a driver's car, as so many people would say, it now delivers that in spades. It's shed loads of it. You just the connection is there in a way that it never was before. And I'm not surprised, it's got Nitron suspension and it is fully adjustable. So someone did comment on YouTube, they found theirs was a bit firm, but you can dial some of that out if you want to. For me, in the form it's been presented to me at the moment, right now, I'm not touching it, I'm not changing it, because it is just lovely. When I'm going over bumps, I mainly do road driving. I'm not like a track day guru in my Morgan. But on the road, because that's where I use it most, over bumps and potholes and stuff. Yeah, I can feel them, it's a bit firmer, but the difference being this time is that I'm in absolute control of the car and I can feel what it's doing. And actually for me, that's a better driving experience rather than something which is a bit more, you know, it might feel a bit softer because you're just like bouncing around. But I much prefer it when I can feel what the car is doing and how it is. It's not that bad. I'm making out like some sort of kangaroo. It's not like that at all. I've never have spoken so highly about it previously had it been that bad. But I'm just trying to, you know, just push the extremes so you get that level of understanding of how it feels. So if you're a spirited driver, not even if you're a spirited driver, it just really depends on what you want from the car. And I would urge you, if you are going to be buying a new Morgan, is that you do consider the dynamic pack. You have to. That's the Nitron suspension on the new, when you spec new. So when you're speccing a Plus 4, go and have a look at that. And if you already own a Plus 6, I would suggest you go and drive a Plus 4 with a dynamic pack and decide if you want to put it on your car. Because I've got a feeling if you drive a Plus 6 and you own a Plus 6 already, you probably, with those extra 2 cylinders, have already made the decision that actually you wanted something a bit more purposeful in your quintessential British sports car. And the Nitron suspension is going to give you that. Yeah. Anyway, that's it from me. Please, like if you like it, subscribe if you don't subscribe already. I need the followers on the free stuff. Double thumbs up. Thanks.